going on, guys? We're here for our second stop of the day. We got Jackie here. Jackie, how are you
how
doing today?
you doing?
Excellent. So Jackie, tell us a little bit about where we're at right now and what goes on in here.
We're in Beech Island, and we're at the Beech Island Historical Society, and we have meetings every month from September through March. And we don't meet in the summer, and we do tours, and you can come and do genealogy research here.
Now, let me ask you this. How long have you been here in Beech Island?
I've been here all my life.
Nice. And so what is it about Beech Island to you that's special?
Well, it's a nice small place, and it's not cityfied. They're building more houses here, but it used to be nice country, and it was just farms when I grew up, and everybody knew each other, and it's sort of the same here.
Now, I've been walking around inside of here, and you guys got a whole lot of history inside of just this building right here.
This building, we've been collecting it since 1985 when we started.
Wow. Okay, and so talk to me about some of the stuff that you'd find in here.
You'll find information about the fort we had here in the 1700s, and Silver Bluff, which is a very important place during the Revolution, and the trade. Which they had over there in Augusta too.
Now we're going to walk around and we're going to take a look at some of that stuff in a little bit. But I want to talk to you a little bit more about this area and about these people. Now these tours that you guys do, you know, where do you guys go for these tours, and why is it important to show that off?
Well, when we have our big tour, it's drive yourself around. And we usually have several old houses and historic places like Zubley Cemetery. That's where the Swiss settlers are buried.
Now when people go on these tours and they find out about this history, what's normally the reaction when they go out
We
there?
didn't know all this was out here. That's what they say. And because when I do my little radio ad or something, I say, you got to go the back ways and the dirt roads to find the history.
Yeah. Well, next time I come back out here, you guys are going to have to take me on one of these like road trip tours.
I'll take you to some of the places that people go to and people ask about.
Love it.
And then a lot of people come here just want to trace their ancestors because their ancestors started here.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, everything started here before it ever went to Augusta.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
We had horse racing, we had banking, we had everything.
You guys had it all.
Yeah.
Nice. I love to see that. And so if people are trying to go on these tours, or if they're trying to come here, where do they go? What do they do?
Well, they just call me, and we're kind of off and on down in the summer because it's so hot, but they just call me and make an appointment. Yeah, and I'm usually down there like on Fridays too sometimes, most of the time. And they just tell me where they want to go, and I set it up for them. Well,
we're going to walk around with you right now. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff in here. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff out of here, and we're going to talk about some of its history. You ready to do it?
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me a little bit about this, Jackie.
This is the history of these two main buildings that were 1880s, built by Luther Hankinson. And this was a country store. This is what it looked like when we got it.
Yeah.
And people used to come here and hang around. This was sort of a restaurant hanging around area just over here.
Anything in here that you want to show off in particular?
Well, we start here with the Native American artifacts.
Nice.
If you walk around here, we used to when I was a kid, and you could pick up arrowheads after the field was plowed.
Yeah.
I used to follow my daddy's tractor around and pick up arrowheads. And then this piece here, this piece of flint came from down there at the Allendale chert mine.
Nice.
That's where they would go and get their chert and come up here and make arrowheads. In fact, in back of one of my fields is where they made some arrowheads.
Nice. So all this stuff right here, where did all this come from specifically?
Right now, all of this came from around this area. It's on loan from the Savannah River Archaeological Research Program. This is a cannon that we think, a 1-pounder English, we think was found at Silver Bluff, and the only battle was down there. It was in 1781.
Nice.
And they took the fort. The Patriots came and took the fort from the British, and then that helped them take Fort Augusta. Talked the archaeologists into coming here, and the Savannah River Archaeological Research Program down at Savannah River site came and dug from 93 to 95 and found thousands of artifacts, and this is just a few of them. Yeah. This is just a collection of kind of Beech Island artifacts, you know, everyday's kind of stuff. Besides, this is the beer license for the Robert E. Lee, which is a steamboat. They ran excursions in the 30s up and down the river.
Yeah.
These are markers that came off the original Sandbar Ferry Bridge.
Yeah.
If you read it, it took us like 1924 bridge, and these two markers came off either end, and we found one at antique store, and the other one we found it was lost, and it was found by the highway department.
All right, so we're in the second part of the museum. Three buildings.
Three buildings now,
We're in
yeah.
building number 2 right now. So what's going on in this building? What are people
And this
gonna
building, it was going to fall down until we got a $200,000 USDA grant to fix it back up.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is where we were going to put our agriculture. It was very important to Beech Island because ever since the settlers came here, they were in agriculture in 1700. So we've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
And got ready to finish it, but we're going to finish it with a modern agriculture over on that side.
Yeah.
But this is some stuff that came off my daddy's farm.
Oh, nice. Hey, what is this?
Those are the scales for the cotton gin. They used to be next door. Mr. McElmurray
These right
owned
here?
the cotton gin next door.
Okay.
And he would have this inside, and the trucks would come on weighing scales, and it would be empty, and then they write down what it was, and then when they have it filled with cotton, and then they knew how much cotton was in it. Yeah.
All right.
This is a dream of mine and my family, my daddy's family. My aunt, one of her sisters, ran a country store. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Right down the road before you get around the church down there. And we always wanted to rebuild it because it was torn down and try to recreate something where the kids come in here and they could see what it was like before they went to Walmart and Kroger.
So this is the whole experience
Yeah,
right
because
here.
I went to my aunt's country store, and that was where we bought groceries until we finally got like a supermarket up there in the 60s.
Yeah.
Older people love it because it's like nostalgia. Oh, I remember this. Oh yeah, look at that coffee can and all that stuff.
Jackie, I can tell that you guys have put a lot of effort into these 3 buildings. There's a lot of history jam-packed here inside of these 3 buildings.
Yeah, like 300 and something years.
300 years in 3 buildings, 100 years per building. So if you were to say something to somebody who's checking out this interview to get them to come out here and check y'all out, what would you say to get them to come out?
Well, come on out and you'll have fun, and you'll relive your past if you're an older person. And if you're a young person, you might learn something new that you didn't know about.
Well, I have learned a lot today. Like, my brain right now is just like, man, I need to come back here for a second visit just to take it all in.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
I'm glad you came out here. I finally got you out here.
Yeah. Well, hey, we will definitely be back, okay?
Okay.
Done deal.
All right.